win, go win, go win, go win, go win, win, go win.
Let's go to a AFC wild card recap as Drake May and the New England Patriots beat Justin Herbert and the L.A Chargers 16-3 in Foxboro in the AFC wildcard matchup. For the Chargers, Herbert, he went 16 for 31. He threw for 159 passing yards. For the Patriots, Drake May, he struggled in the first half but played great in the second half. He went 17 for 29. He threw for 268 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And this is the Patriots' first postseason win since the 2018 season when they won the Super Bowl. So, my biggest takeaway from this Patriots 16-3 win over the Chargers is Justin Herbert can no longer be viewed as an elite quarterback in the NFL. I'm looking at a Justin Herbert. In this game, he goes 16 for 31. He only throws for 159 passing yards, didn't score a single touchdown, and he fell to 0-3 now in the playoffs. I remember a few years ago, there were people who were saying that Justin Herbert was on the same level as the Josh Allens of the world, the Joe Burrows of the world, the Lamar Jacksons of the world, and the Patrick Mahomes of the world. There were people, including myself at times, who said that Justin Herbert's name deserved to be in that conversation with those other elite quarterbacks. That is no longer the case. I personally don't even believe Justin Herbert is a better quarterback than the Jordan Loves of the world, the Drake Mays of the world, the C.J. Strouds of the world, the Jaden Daniels of the world, the Brock Purdy's of the world. All those quarterbacks that I just named, and those quarterbacks are good to me. Like Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, Jaden Daniels, C.J. Stroud, those are good quarterbacks to me. They're not elite, but they are good quarterbacks. I personally do not believe that you can actually consider Justin Herbert an elite quarterback or a good quarterback anymore. Because in his biggest moments, Justin Herbert is now 0-3 in the playoffs. And he's had some bad playoff performances. I remember his first playoff game, the Chargers had a 20-point lead against the Jaguars. I can't remember the exact score, but they had a 20-point or more lead against the Jaguars in Trevor Lawrence. And the reason why the Chargers had the lead over the Jaguars was because of their defense. Their defense played great in the first half against Trevor Lawrence. And I think Trevor Lawrence had 4 interceptions in the first half against the Chargers. And Justin Herbert could not close that deal against Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. He follows that up last season. This is with Jim Harbaugh now, because when he lost against the Jaguars, me and other people said they need a coaching change in L.A. Like, they need a different coach. I did not ever like Brandon Staley as the Chargers head coach. They fired Staley and they brought in Harbaugh. And in Harbaugh's first season as Chargers head coach, Chargers make the playoffs. They are in Houston. And in that particular playoff game, Herbert throws 4 interceptions. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 interceptions against the Houston Texans. And I'm looking at Herbert's performance Sunday against the Patriots. This dude doesn't even throw for 175 passing yards. He doesn't even score a single touchdown. And to me, That is inexcusable if you are a franchise quarterback the caliber of a Justin Herbert. He does have the talent to be a franchise quarterback. He also has the talent to be at least a good quarterback in the NFL. But Herbert is terrible in the playoffs. I'm looking at Justin Herbert. He has the second lowest passer rating. This is in the playoffs in the last 25 years. He has the second lowest passer rating in the last 25 years. His passer rating against the Patriots was 64.7. The only player that had a worse passer rating than Herbert was Andy Dalton, who had a 57.8 passer rating. And this is a minimum of 3 starts. Minimum of 3 starts, Herbert's passer rating against the Patriots was 64.7. And I'm looking at a Justin Herbert. I think at this point, instead of having Justin Herbert in that elite quarterback conversation or even good quarterback conversation, I think we got to have the conversation about Herbert being more like a Andy Dalton. I think Andy Dalton, in his prime with the Bengals, he was a quarterback that led the Bengals to multiple playoff appearances. And I believe Andy Dalton was a average quarterback that had good moments. I think that's Justin Herbert. He's an average quarterback that's overhyped, but he has good moments that make you sometimes lie to yourself and believe that he actually is better than he is. Like, he's not elite. He's not. Let's compare Herbert and Dalton real quick. Regular season wins and losses. Andy Dalton was 56, 35, and 2. Herbert is 52 and 43. Dalton was 0 and 4 in the playoffs. Herbert's 0 and 3. Dalton averaged 24 points per game. Herbert's averaging 24 points per game. Dalton completes 63% of his passes. Herbert completes 67% of his passes. Dalton's passer rating is 89.1. Herbert's passer rating is 96.3. So I think Herbert's trajectory is on the level of a Andy Dalton, more so than a Drew Brees or an Aaron Rodgers or a great quarterback. Even like Eli Manning was never elite to me, but Eli Manning has some elite playoff moments. I can't even get an elite performance in the playoffs from Justin Herbert at all to save his life. I can't get an elite playoff performance from Justin Herbert at all. So to me, I think he's a below average quarterback. You can say he's average, but he has some moments, but he's not that good. Now, to Drake May. I thought Drake May, in the first half, Drake May struggled. And in the second half, he played much better. First half, Drake May, he goes 6 for 15. Second half, 11 for 14. First half, 95 passing yards. Second half, 173 passing yards. In the first half, his passer rating was 34. In the second half, it was 142. So I thought Drake May did a much better job once he adjusted, and I thought he played great in the second half. And I feel like the game slowed down for May in the second half, and so he deserves credit for that. But I thought the reason why the Patriots were able to beat the Chargers was because of their defense. And we know Mike Vrabel, who was the head coach for the New England Patriots, he's a defensive mind. This is the Patriots defense against the Chargers. They only allowed 3 points. That's their best performance from a points perspective since 2018. They had 6 sacks. That's the best that they have had since 2017. Their pressure percentage was 53%. That's the best since 2012. So that defense, they really got after Justin Herbert. Now, I know also, too, Charger fans are going to at me and say, well, Herbert didn't have his 2 best offensive linemen in Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt. Hey, it's the playoffs, bro. All these quarterbacks are dealing with some type of deficiency. All of them. They all have something that they're dealing with, whether it's an incapable head coach, whether it's a bad offensive coordinator or they got players on the offensive side of the ball who are injured, or they're dealing with the elements in the particular playoff game that they're playing in. Every quarterback has deficiencies that they have to work through. And I think this year, there have been moments where Herbert has played well, and he's played well despite not having Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater. But in the playoff game, to not even score a single touchdown, that is inexcusable for Justin Herbert in the L.A. Chargers. And there's no more excuses for Herbert. The excuse before was Brandon Staley. Well, now you have Jim Harbaugh as your head coach. And Jim Harbaugh is one of the best head coaches in pro football. He's one of the best coaches at the collegiate level, and he's one of the best coaches at the NFL level. So there are no more excuses for Justin Herbert. And I think right now, Drake May, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, C.J. Stroud, Jaden Daniels, and maybe even Caleb Williams and Bo Nix, depending on how they perform in the divisional round, all those quarterbacks I would take over Herbert right now. I think Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert are equivalent, and they are on the same level as quarterbacks. And both Herbert and Lawrence are average quarterbacks to me. But Patriots got their first playoff win since 2018, so big shout out to Drake May, Mike Vrabel, and the Patriots organization. That defense was flying around the field. And if you are a Patriots fan, you are rooting for Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers, because I think the Patriots rather play the Steelers than the Texans. And I believe that Texans defense is so elite. The Steelers defense is nowhere near as elite as the Texans defense is. So if you are Drake May, if you are Mike Vrabel and the Patriots, you rather play the Steelers than the Texans. But great win for Drake May and the New England Patriots. Big shout out to Mike Vrabel as well.